Hey guys, welcome back to Cellular Health, where we introduce you to your non-toxic cells.
Chad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah, here we are. We came a long way, haven't we?
We have come a long way. Look around. How did we get here?
Yeah, well, I guess about 6 years ago, I was actually working for another hormone clinic. I've always been passionate about hormones, wellness overall in general. I've been seeing you around gyms for probably 20 years around here in Atlanta. And so when I had my daughter, Lola, to be honest with you, everything changed. You know, in my brain, started thinking differently. I told people that I wanted to become the best son of a gun on the face of the planet. And it makes me emotional even telling you that. It's kind of crazy. But I know my daughter's watching me. And so then that's how cellular health came about, is because true cellular health is a mind and body connection, as you know. And when you start thinking right, making the right choices, no matter what, in the dark, as I say, your life starts to really change. And so my life really started changing for me, and that's kind of when I saw you doing the same thing. I reached out to you and told you that I was going to hire you, and look, now we're sitting here doing a podcast about wellness. So, you know, well, again, when I started making the right decisions no matter what and became obsessed with helping other people instead of myself, Chad, I always was selfish. You know, I was always about Chad. And that's why my life would kind of spun off the handle, as you could say, I guess. But now that I'm focusing on other people and just helping others, things are changing. And I'm glad to bring you in the fold, and now we're just continuing to help more people.
It's amazing every time you hear that. I just think about my New Year's resolution when I started my nutrition business was to stop focusing on revenue and just focus on helping people. And my career has just taken off exponentially. You had to sacrifice quite a bit when you started Cellular Health.
Yeah, the story's kind of crazy. So yeah, once I started meditating. Actually, I was working at another company that I'd worked for 20-something years. I started meditating, and I canceled my TV, and I started meditating every night. And I just started getting this overwhelming feeling of you just need to start your own business. You know, you just need to help people and start your own business. So I really just started focusing on that and decided that's what I was going to do. So then I started working for a friend of mine that owns a different wellness clinic, and just kind of get in there and kind of get trained and get my feet wet, and went and got licensed to draw blood. And I just, back to my story, I just quit my job. I just walked in one day after 20-something years, after been meditating on it for a while. I threw my keys up on the counter and I said, I'm out of here. And I haven't stepped foot back in there to this day. So as far as what I sacrificed, I put my house up for sale. I was living on credit cards. I had just gotten two $10,000 interest-free credit cards in the mail, and I think that was the universe saying, "Here you go. Here's your bridge. Go for it." So I did. I went in and quit my job. Like I said, threw my keys up on the counter, and I was going to live on those two credit cards. Put my house up for sale. Went and got a for sale sign that day when I quit. Went and put my house up for sale. Luckily, I sold my house in about 2.5 months, so I'd only put about $17,000 on those credit cards of the 20 max that I had, which was crazy in itself, right? And then my house sold, and I made a little chunk of money off of my house, and so I moved into a one-bedroom apartment here in Douglasville, the cheapest one-bedroom apartment that you could possibly get, with my daughter, you know, being a single dad, and somehow, I don't even know how I did it, Brad, somehow I was able to keep her in private school the whole entire time. I made a deal with the chiropractors that I had got in business with, and here's the deal. I said, if y'all give me the opportunity to prove that I can do this, I'll run this clinic for 6 months for free room and board, and let's just see what we got at the end of that 6 months. And they agreed to that. And so the story goes, at the end of that 6 months, I literally had $1,300 to my name. My daughter's in private school. It was over $1,000 a month. I'm driving a Range Rover. I had $1,300 to my name, and then at that point I was able to pay the doctors that I partnered up with a little money, and I was able to pay myself a little money, and then I was able to start paying myself on a regular. But yeah, man, I just had to just go for it. You know what I mean? It's scary now when I think back what I did. But it wasn't scary then for some reason. I even told people, I said, man, if I was riding through hell in a shit sleigh, I wouldn't even notice. because I'm so focused on where I'm going. And so some of the best times that me and Lola have ever had was in that 1-bedroom apartment down there. And it just kind of goes back to like we talk about, right? It's all about the mind. It's all about the mindset. If you're in a 1-bedroom apartment and you think it sucks, it sucks. If you're in a 1-bedroom apartment and you think it's the greatest camping outing in the history of the world, then it is. And so that goes back to what we believe as far as cellular health, and it's a mind and body connection. So I circled all the way back around to say, that once I got my mind right, once I got my mind right and focused on doing the right thing, and that's where you are right now. I watch you. You're doing the exact same thing right now.
Yeah,
how did you get involved with me?
It's been a struggle. I've seen you in the health club business for 20 years. We know all the same people. I didn't choose to do this, but I separated from a 17-year career in the health club industry, doing pretty much weight loss is 80% of wellness, doing what I do now. And I had some troubles with alcohol in my early 30s. I started to drink after a divorce. I was single, and I had lost control over that, and then it cost me my career and my identity and everything. And I had taken a lot of time to work on myself. Once I left there, I took about a year off of work. I was living on some stocks. I sold all my E-Trade account. I had Bitcoins. I sold all that. I did random jobs with some friends here and there. And then when I got my 1-year sobriety chip for Alcoholics Anonymous, I said, I've been a nutritionist for 20 years. It's what I do, and I have a business model. So I got on a computer and I just created a business, and I started helping people, and it spread. And I was looking for random offices around town where I could post up a couple days a week, and that's where I came to you after you had hit me up, and we've done some amazing things.
Oh yeah.
It's we really put this weight loss. We've been working on our weight loss program since about April.
Yep.
We didn't even put it into motion until the end of June and July. Man,
how many weight loss patients have came here through there since then? You have any idea?
There's no way to count.
Hundreds,
We
right?
had 126 the first month that we marketed, and we've been doing consistently that. So we probably have over 300 right now, people that we've helped lose weight.
Right.
And that every single one that follows our program gets 100% results.
Well, that's why people want to come to us. Is that there's a lot of clinics, right? People look at that lady that came to us the other day from Athens. She
Yes.
came to us from Athens. Her mom brought her here from Athens
Yes.
because she heard that me and you could help her.
And we got one from Alabama every week.
So there's a lot of clinics, and that's how I'm proud of us, the way we're kind of trying to do things the right way, right? We're obsessed with doing things the right way, and that's why people will travel distance to come see us. They can go to other clinics and get testosterone.
Oh, of course.
They can get other clinics and go get an IV. You know what I mean? You can't. We're not the only place you can get those, but we're the only place that you can get those with us.
Yeah.
and the energy that we get off the people, and people feed off of that.
They love it.
You have to transfer your energy, and we are, in my opinion, experts.
We're both experts
in teaching people how to clean out their gut microbiome, and tap in to a completely different energy level, to raise their vibration. And that is why, in my opinion, people come to us, because I don't think other people can do that like we can.
No, once we fix the cells and get rid of that cellular inflammation, then their body just takes the right shape. It's amazing. They just build muscle and burn fat. They don't even do nothing but eat human nutrition.
Look at the scan. We just went in there and they lost 4.5 pounds of fat
and gained 2 pounds of muscle
in the last 7 days.
7 days.
After
having a week where she stayed the same.
Yeah.
So I told her.
It's super exciting. It's super exciting, and we have thousands of more people to help. You know what I mean? With Jeffrey, with Macro Meals, him tying
Excited
into us.
about that.
Yeah, and we provide the life for people, right? We're going to do everything but eat your food for you.
I will.
I mean, you'll eat it.
If it's on my meal plan, I'll eat it.
I know you would eat it,
totally.
but you can't eat the patient's food. But we're going to do everything for you except eat your food. We'll have your food cooked. We'll have it delivered to your house. We'll have it delivered to your work. We stay on top of your blood work.
All perfectly balanced.
Hey, and early detection saves lives used to be kind of an insurance quote, but I don't think there's anything more true.
Early detection saves medical bills.
Oh, a great point.
Yes.
You pay now or pay later. You pay way more later.
Way more.
So we believe in, as you know, offensive medicine, right? We're sick of the old way of medicine, defensive medicine, where
Doesn't
you just
work.
sit back and I got a major medical and I hope nothing happens. No, we heck with that. We want to do offensive medicine. We want to play offense. We want to be the quarterback. We want to run the ball. We want to throw the ball. We want to do a nutritional IV today because we want to be healthy next month. That's called, preventative medicine. And that's what we believe in. If you spend money on preventative care, I don't believe you'll have those.
I have only went to preventative doctors for the last 20 years. I have not went to the regular doctor for any reason.
I haven't been sick or to the doctor since I was like 19. I'm 50.
Yep,
I'm 50 years old. I just ran 20 miles, fasted on my birthday.
I tried.
You ran 13 without even training, so that was huge. Most people can't do that.
Almost died.
Well, you need to do it like once a month with me. But you know what I mean? It's a lifestyle. Everything that we do up here is a lifestyle, and we give off the energy for people to
Feed off of.
get across the bridge.
Cross the bridge.
They have to cross the bridge. Like I told a patient yesterday, right? Here's the truth. You have to walk up to hungry, and you have to flick at a bird.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to say, heck with you. And you have to get to the other side of hunger. And when you get to the other side of hungry, right, there's
ketosis.
Ketosis.
Yes.
Now you're on the other side of the bridge. There's green grass. There's bright lights. You feel amazing. But in my opinion, most people, Brad, we have tons of people because we give great energy and we coach people to get to the other side of the bridge. So we have great success, probably more than other people. But I believe most people go halfway across the bridge, feel a little pain, discomfort, and run back to the shore.
They just don't know.
And they will never know what me and you're talking about. We will always be a crazy person to those people because we're talking about all this energy and we're talking about all this on the other side of the bridge, but they're not mentally strong enough to get there to experience. So that's the mind and body connection that we're talking about cellular health. You have to be mentally tough, and you have to walk up to hungry, and you have to say heck you, and you have to be able to get your body reset.
That's the truth. If you can control what you eat and how often you eat, you can control anything in your life.
True power is in restraint, right?
Yes.
What is there a better example of restraint than fasting?
No.
I don't think there is.
It's the only way to connect your mind and your body.
It's
the only way to control your metabolism is to fast.
It is.
Cross the bridge, enter ketosis, spend some time in autophagy.
Yep.
Let your cells rebuild themselves and break themselves down in their own natural process without a bunch of food in the way, food molecules causing oxidative stress. It's amazing. The body takes the right shape. Just naturally.
It absolutely does. Human nutrition.
Balance the micros.
Yep. After a detox. It's kind of, our program, step 1, detox. Step 2, human nutrition extended for a couple of more weeks. So that's 3 weeks basically with no meat.
Now step 3, macro meals.
Now step 3,
have it right delivered to your house.
Right delivered to your
house.
house.
I love that.
So we fast in the morning. Yeah, I love that too. So it's simple for people, right? We fast in the morning, and then we eat 2 macro meals for lunch and dinner with some nuts, fruit, hummus, avocado, snacks in between those 2 meals, and then you drink some more water, and then you take your happy ass to bed, and you get up and you repeat.
You sleep like a rock when you do that. I do.
Yeah. That's one thing. I struggle with my sleep, but my mind goes a million miles a minute.
But you never run out of energy.
Yeah,
You're never in a bad mood, and you're never irritable.
Yeah.
You don't think about You're not restless, irritable, and discontent. You don't think about yesterday and what happened last week and your ex-wife. You don't think about those things.
No.
You're happy.
No, I'm definitely.
What do you think that is from?
It's from a healthy microbiome.
Yes, that is exactly what it's from. You have no inflammation in your body. You have a healthy microbiome.
Right.
Microbiome is the worst driving factor for inflammation in the body. If your microbiome's not there, then you're going to be riddled with inflammation and prone to autoimmune diseases.
Absolutely.
I have a buddy. He's 40 years old. He's got rheumatoid arthritis.
You're either feeding something or you're starving it.
Yes. That's
And
what I like about our detox.
Absolutely.
It does both at the same time.
It does. It does. It feeds the microbiome and starves out.
I think that's the most important part of our entire process.
Oh, I think it is too. And everybody knows, anybody knows that I'm the detox fiend, right? Like, I've sold, I think, 6,000 of these detox in the last 3 years out of here. I'm the detox master. Like, I tell people, I want to sit you over here in the corner, and I want to tie you up, and I want to feed you this detox for the next 7 days. And you know what would happen if I did that?
Stockholm syndrome.
For the first 2 days, they would want to get up and kill me. They want me to untie them. They'd want to kill me. All right? And then on day 7, when I actually untied them, you know what they would do? They would stand up, they would hug me, and you know what? They might even cry.
Probably.
And and people might think that's silly. That's absolutely the truth because of how they felt.
They feel like $1 million bucks.
So so you have
You got to cross the bridge.
You got to
balance the nutrients, starve out the bad bacteria, feed the good bacteria, and let the liver eat up all the metabolic debris that's been building up in there.
Facts.
And that's it. In 1 week, you feel like $1 million bucks, better than you ever have in your entire life.
That's good.
And then it's just all downhill from there. Here, eat salad for 2 weeks, and then have your meals delivered to you.
How many times have you heard me tell someone, I swear to you, if you come in here at the end of this detox, look me dead in the face.
Every single time.
And cocky about the fact that you did this detox 100%, I will literally buy it back from you if you don't feel better than you felt in 10 years. How many times have you heard me say that?
Every single time.
I've bought one detox
Nobody comes back.
Out of 6,000. He had a thyroid problem. Literally one. Because either people come back and they don't mention it, right? Because they don't even want me to mention it because they know they didn't do it 100% and they don't want to be called out. Or they come find us, right? Like, bro, like they're on fire, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that is the most important and the most rewarding part of our program, in my opinion, is when those people come back after week 1 and they really did the detox.
Yeah, they want another one. Can I do another one?
We had 2 of those this week. We had
yes.
2 people come this week that literally bought a second detox on day 7 because they felt so good.
And we won't sell it to them.
Yeah.
There's no point. We'll wait a few months to do it again.
Yeah.
They can go on. They love it. It's crazy.
Crazy.
The results they get are amazing. They lose a lot of weight on that thing.
Let's talk about nutrition a little bit.
I know everything about nutrition. I can talk for days about nutrition.
I know you. I know you can. Let's just talk about just a little basic nutrition and kind of like where do we start here at Cellular Health? Basically with step 2 after the detox. So we detox.
Step two. We have our intervention diet, and what that is basically we're intervening about everything. We're removing all the pro-oxidant foods, the inflammatory foods. We're incorporating, there's a goal. Malnutrition presents itself in 3 different ways: vitamin and mineral deficiencies, microbiome dysbiosis, and then inflammation from insulin resistance and oxidative stress. And microbiome dysbiosis drives inflammation too. And when your cells are in a state of inflammation, they can't really use nutrients or absorb them or use them correctly, and that's how you end up with things like anemia and disorders like that. So when you balance out all the micronutrients, you're giving your body the tools that it needs to make all the tissues and hormones. When you correct your microbiome, that's the biggest thing. Those germs in your colon are essential. If you're not getting enough fiber in your diet, your colon health is going to dwindle, and then your body is going to constantly be under the fear that there's germs infiltrating it. And there is. It's your own body's natural germs
right.
that we're protecting and are now hurting it. And then the foods we eat play a big role. So the 2 weeks following the detox, our goal is to reduce inflammation. We eliminate all the pro-oxidant foods and incorporate antioxidant foods. We reduce inflammation by incorporating a fasting regimen for them every day. We balance out all the micronutrients by separating the foods into groups based on their micronutrients. So we've got fruits and vegetables you need a dosage of. We've got whole grains. We've got nuts and seeds and the good fats. We've got the beans and legumes and the microbiome probiotic foods. And then we have the probiotic group with all the fermented foods and herbs and spices, and these all contain different nutrients and polyphenols. And when balanced out correctly, the energy you have is amazing, but your body will be able to take it'll be able to change the way it looks into its natural form. If you're exercising, you will become more muscular and less fat. If you're wanting to lose weight and restricting your calories, you will lose fat efficiently without sacrificing muscle, like insulin resistant people. So we do that for 2 weeks. By that time, we've got 3 weeks. The microbiome is usually sorted out and pretty reset by then, I would say. Mm-hmm. We try to transition the folks to human nutrition after that, and it's crazy with insulin resistance. What have you noticed?
Yeah, that's crazy. I was just thinking that when you were saying that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 3 weeks basically no meat, basically detox, 2-week intervention diet, and then I've seen us add small amounts too. I mean, like RDA amounts of meat back into a regimen because the patient is begging for meat, basically.
Yeah.
And I've seen it slam the door on their weight loss.
They go backwards.
I've seen
lose muscle and they gain fat. It's crazy.
It is insane when you have blood work and a $10,000 in-body scan, and you do this every single day. It's eye-opening. Jeffrey on our macro meals saw this yesterday. He's like, wow. I mean, you have a lot of tools. I mean, when you have those tools, you really can. dial in. So let me ask you a question about. So I fast, and obviously I fast every single day. Why do when I fast, like the other day I fasted till like 4:30 in the afternoon, right? Which I do a lot because I just feel amazing. But then I like to break my fast. I like to break it with fruit, but I also like to break it with like some extra virgin olive oil. And I swear to you, when I consume this extra virgin olive oil, I feel high.
You do get high.
Why is that?
There's several reasons, and when you're in ketosis, those the monounsaturated fats get converted into ketones, and that they cross the blood-brain barrier. They'll give you a little bit of a buzz. If you're eating fruit, that little bit of fruit sugar, you can get a natural sugar high from that. The polyphenols in fruit and the polyphenols in olive oil go to the liver, and they stress the liver in an elegant manner. And over years of evolution, millions of years of evolution, our liver is evolved to produce natural antioxidants that help combat that. And once those antioxidants are released into the bloodstream, it reduces oxidative stress throughout the entire body, and that can lead to you feeling like $1,000,000. It's crazy.
It is shocking. I've got in a habit now of doing a shot of extra virgin olive oil, Primal Kitchen or organic brand, like I'm doing a shot of alcohol. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I drink olive oil.
Yeah.
And I swear it's making me prettier. Do I look pretty?
It does. Yeah, no, it does. It helps everything. It's the omega fatty acids are the key to life. That is, if you eat geared towards how many omega 3 fatty acids that you can get each day, you will never have a mental health problem. You'll never have a microbiome problem, and you'll feel like $1,000,000. Another thing you can use to break a fast that will make you feel like that is short chain fatty acids. That's microbiome food, but it's immune system food. And that's a good way to reduce inflammation real fast throughout the body. Something like kombucha, pickles, fermented food, cheese. That's why cheese gives us that good feeling. Could you imagine having cheese after a fast? You feel way better than having it after McDonald's all day.
I haven't had cheese in a long time.
I haven't had cheese in years, but
I haven't had cheese in a long time.
Cheese is bad.
Yeah, I haven't had cheese in a long time.
Yeah, I know. Cheese will stop weight loss for sure.
Yeah, the olive oil. I'm doing a shot of apple cider vinegar in the morning. It's my new
That's
regimen.
the short chain fatty acid. That's acetic acid.
Yep.
Yes.
And it helps because I fast.
Yes.
And I feel it helps with my microbiome.
Oh, it helps
with
everything.
Hunger, cravings, all of that. And then I do a shot of extra virgin olive oil at night before I go to bed.
Yes.
And whether it's placebo effect or not, I swear that those things are doing a lot.
It's not. That shot of olive oil that you take has more omega fatty acids, omega 3 fatty acids, ALA, than most people in America get in an entire day.
Wow.
So, and then that's the key to curing depression and anxiety.
Yeah.
It's literally the key to mental health is omega fatty acids. You got to have a lot of fiber because you got to feed the microbiome, and then you throw in the short chain fatty acids and the polyphenols. You will never feel bad. Feel bad.
So you're saying if someone is out there and they're struggling with low energy, they need to lose some weight. They have no drive. You're basically saying if they were to come up here to Cellular Health MD, they were to do blood work, they were to check their hormones, they would do an in-body scan. They would sit around the corner with you, sit down with the nutritionist, and get a fasting regimen plus their macros meals in the afternoon. And they were to do that consistently every single day, you're saying they would change their lives.
It would change their lives. We see that happen every day. We change everybody's lives.
Absolutely.
We have 100% success. Nobody comes here every week and says, oh, this isn't working, I'm going backwards. Not one single person. And every now and then, people will either stay the same or take a few steps back. Maybe they got sick and took an antibiotic or something like that, or prednisone will make you go backwards, or a stressful event.
Saw that yesterday.
But the next week, they're 3 steps back ahead.
Right.
It's consistency. As long as you stick with it and keep doing it, you're going to get perpetual results forever and ever.
It is consistency, because let's talk about that. Look at the people that come by for their weekly weigh-ins, opposed to people that don't come by for their weekly weigh-ins. The success rate is
1,000 times greater.
1,000 times greater.
You can't come every other week. You can't come once a month. It's not going to work.
The people that come weekly, they want to lose weight.
They have it. Yeah,
they have
the drive, the motivation.
They want
They're hungry for it.
Yeah, they want to, and that's the key. We got to want to. But
that's the biggest thing.
Coming by and just weighing in and being plugged into a different energy level of like-minded people that encourage and put their arm around you and kick you in the butt when you need it. Is where most people need to be, because most people know that they can't do it on their own. That's why they hire trainers. That's why they hire they look to other people for motivation and drive. And so we can give that to people in the short term, but then we can teach them how to tap into their own energy and drive from the inside out, like we talk about. You know, it basically comes down to, I say this all the time, you've heard me say it a million times probably, it comes down to the day that you decide to become your master gardener and feed your flower accordingly, you will bloom, period. A flower is not beautiful because you painted the leaves. It is only pretty the better it was fed at a cellular level. We are flowers. We are flowers. The day that you become your master gardener and you start feeding yourself accordingly, you will bloom. And it's that easy. And if you add blood work, you add after a detox, and you get plugged into a wellness center where you got two crazy guys that are freaking motivated through the roof that are going to keep their stay on you, then the success that you could have is unbelievable.
Seen some big things lately.
We have seen some big things lately, and it just all starts with blood work and a want to change their life. You know what I mean? That's what they got to do. They got to want to up their vibration. They got to want to change their energy levels.
I like taking pictures with the ones that lose 5 pounds in a week.
Throw the fat over their shoulder.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. That's motivating, having that.
How rewarding is that?
Yeah.
When people come in here and they're super stoked about their results. I mean, me and you're in there dancing around with them.
Oh yeah.
And it's our job.
It is
our
job.
job is to celebrate results with people.
Only downside is if they do have a bad day, we cry.
I know.
Breaks my heart.
I cry all the time though, but I'm an emotional. I'm an emotional dude, so I might be crying on some.
I have tears of
podcasting.
gratitude.
Well, it is tears of gratitude.
Yeah, that's all you need. I don't have negative emotions anymore. It's crazy because we have to lead by example. We have to follow our own rules. We can't tell these people to do things that we don't do.
Bingo. And that's what keeps us right where we need to be, because people are watching us, and if we don't lead by, if we don't do it again tomorrow, it was just a fad.
It was a phase. Mm-hmm. You're going through a phase.
Right. If we don't do it again tomorrow, it means nothing.
That's why we're in the gym 6 o'clock every day.
That's right. And we're fasting every day.
Every day.
And we're feeding our microbiome healthy
every day.
And we're taking athletic greens every day.
And we avoid processed foods
every day.
Except
and we take Vitamax
every day.
Every day. We have all the right minerals and vitamins and nutrients in our system every day, and we're obsessed with it. And that's what we're just trying to get people to do, because if they do, again, they change their energy levels, they change their vibration, they up their game in every way, mind and body. Cellular health is a mind and body connection.
So they go through the first 3 weeks. How about when we have peptides?
Oh, that's
a total game changer.
It was so cool, and you've said this to people. So after the first week, they feel better than they felt in 10 years. I literally tell them, I guarantee it, or I'll buy it back from you. After the next 2 weeks, after they've been on your human nutrition diet, they come back in. They come back in, they say the same thing again. They're like, man, I feel better than I've ever felt.
Than you did last week? Oh my God, how can it be?
And then, then we get on these peptides, right? And there's a lot of people, peptides are a buzzword now. I mean, you got hairstylists trying to sell peptides, but do they really know what they are?
Yeah.
Do they really know what they do? And so, when you add these peptides to the regimen with these gene switches, as I like to say, man, they send some unbelievable messaging to the body, don't they?
Yeah, I'm on 8.
Is there a particular peptide you want to talk about? Just one of them right now?
Well, IGF-1 LR3 I like because it's a very potent muscle builder, and it regulates your metabolic processes throughout your entire body. And I get great results from it in the gym as far as pumps, and it's so much better than human growth hormone, because human growth hormone has more side effects. And then it's better than, and human growth hormone just turns into IGF in the liver anyways.
Yep.
So if you just take IGF-1, it's got such a short half-life, you got to take it 2 or 3, 4 times a day. Now with the LR3, it's got a 30-hour half-life, so you can literally just do it once a day, and it's more potent than growth hormone, and it's just a much better alternative with no side effects.
I heard that it just eats up inflammation.
I don't have any inflammation in my body.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it increases bone mass. I know that.
Nice.
I mean, I've got one patient on it. He's 57, and he keeps texting me every day about he's got muscles popping out of nowhere that he hasn't had in 20 years.
That's awesome.
And it's lean mass. It's not going to go away. It'll waste at the same rate that it had been.
Exactly.
It's there to stay for a minute. So that's what I like.
I love this. This is our first little talk here at this table. I can't wait for many more.
Many more.
Yeah.
We'll have some guests in the future.
Yeah, guests.